What's up, you piss-taking power bottoms? Welcome to Grunt Speak Live, episode 149. I'm Toxic Male. That's Terrence Pop.
Are we going to have a bad one?
It's going to be a real bad one.
All right. Now,
as in amazing.
things we're going to be talking about today. Let's see. We're going to be addressing some confused poles and holes.
Yeah, let's say the things that you know we're talking about. I specifically kept our first topic secret from Pop because I think it's going to play out better if he has no idea what's coming.
Yeah, we're going to talk about... see, now I'm all fucking wigged out.
Well, we're going to talk about this one here, the reporter melting brains, talking to, asking pro-abortion feministas about my body, my choice. And women are no longer allowed to call each other girls.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a kid who talked his mom into starting, and actually he signed his mom up for OnlyFans. We're going to talk about that.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Hey, dudes, you guys got to check this out. $3 a month. It's my mom's butthole. Hey, come back, Jim, bro. Oh, I don't think he's my friend anymore.
I don't know. Maybe he wants his car by 16. It's like, yo, hey, ma ho.
As long as he's not driving stick shift
Make
with
that
his
money.
mom, I'm totally fine with whatever it is he decides to do. Just
Make that money for my car.
Just keep that dysfunction someplace I can't see it. I'm done.
Well, the thing is, unfortunately, the dysfunction has grown to the point where it can't be hidden anymore.
In fact, it's celebrated.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, this is in the news, I guess, at Daily Star UK. They're kind of a tabloid rag, but it's being published as if it's news.
Yeah, well, there's a, you've heard of Prager, right?
Of course.
Well, I was listening to him a couple days ago, and he made a really good comment. All right, say you have a pot of dirt.
Yeah.
And then you decide you want to grow flowers in that dirt. And you go through all the hard work and all of the pruning, and all of a sudden, there's the flowers. And then you cut the flowers off to give them to somebody. Well, those flowers have now been removed from the soil, and they're going to wither and die in 1 to 5 days. All right.
That's why flowers are a stupid gift.
Well, the soil he is actually referring to in this case is a lot of the morals and ethics that come from religion are the soil.
Yeah.
And now we're, several generations away from us as a race, basically visiting the well to get our nutrients.
Yep.
And now we're seeing it in living color, quite literally.
Yep.
All of this craziness that's now Sodom and Gomorrah-ized this world. Now listen, I never thought I was going to be that guy when I was like a teenager.
When I was your age.
I was like, Sodom and Gomorrah, the world's not that bad. What you talking about? Well, here I am now in my 50s going, dude, I'm expecting quadruple lightning bolts any goddamn second here.
Yeah. I mean, when our own AG wants a drag queen in every school.
Yep.
And that is not hyperbole. This Dana Nessel person needs to be drawn and quartered over this shit. We have entered Sodom and Gomorrah territory.
Yeah,
when it's stunning and brave, I mean, it's illegal to take your children to a shake it club. But apparently it's stunning and brave to take that same strip club and bring it to your kids.
Yeah, I mean, that is... Wow. 6 of one, half dozen of another. One's a felony, and the other is stunning and brave.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here.
And either way you slice it, it's bad news bears. This is why we drink, ladies and germs.
Fuck you.
Texas Rail Dog, you are such a son of a bitch because you got me hooked on this stuff. This Texas bourbon is the best.
It is pretty good.
Hell yeah. All right, so we ready to stretch your thinking meat behind recommended manufacturers' limits?
All right, what do we got here?
Hang on, we'll do this first so you can Okay, relax your brain.
That's like micro thin. You can actually see flesh through that.
Yeah, to take it in a bit. No pun intended. Okay.
What?
Have you ever heard of Postmates?
What?
They're like a food delivery place, kind of like Uber Eats or whatever.
Menu. What?
Eat with pride. Postmates unveils bottom-friendly menu for Confused Poles and Holes Month.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes. And they got
hang on.
They got a licensed proctologist to team up with them in order to create this menu.
So what? You want these people to eat stuff that they know they're going to get their equipment used in ways it's not designed for?
Yeah, that they don't want to get any extra mud on their helmets, I guess.
Pogo sticks? Throbbing meat rockets? They don't want to get poop on those?
So it includes soluble food suggestions to prevent those participating in certain activities from making a mess of your evening. Partner restaurants from New York City and Los Angeles, of course, were also mentioned in the announcement. You shouldn't miss a good meal for a good time.
What?
And they got a whole tweet on here.
Can you show the video?
They're getting ratioed to high heaven for this shit.
What are you eating this pride? Well, if you're a top, it seems like you can eat whatever you want.
Oh my God!
Why is the eggplant dressed like it belongs in the Blue Oyster Club from Police Academy?
I don't know.
Bottom, you're expected to start. Not this pride. Introducing the bottom-friendly menu from Postmates.
Oh, God.
We teamed up with Dr. Evan Goldstein from Bespoke Surgical to bring you a menu of bottom-friendly foods backed by science.
This is so
backed by science.
Fiber.
You know what else is backed by science? Anal prolapses.
Yeah, quite literally. Anal fissures, anal rips. Infected anus.
I could. Get it out of my head!
All right, I don't want us to get a copyright strike for showing this.
Okay, so this proctologist, who apparently is a confused pole and hole himself, teamed up to create the menu. Okay. Oh, God.
But the thing is, by the time it gets to the lower exit, it's been in your body for 2 to 3 days at a minimum.
Yeah, well, let's check this out. The video includes stop-motion video, yada, yada. It goes on to suggest that some participants should avoid legumes, whole grains, dairy, and other insoluble foods for at least 24 hours before activities. So
the whole grains are too scratchy?
So we have to avoid things that might actually clean yourself out. So I guess somebody's idea of a good time is to, ramrod like a styrofoam block of impacted, like, poo.
Why you doing this? Why you gotta create these like images in my head?
Flake it off on top like crushed red pepper.
God damn, stop!
Whole grains.
Stop! God damn.
Why? Why is this necessary? And why did they have to get a proctologist to help? Oh, God. Anal surgery practice that he founded, I guess, is Bespoke Surgical.
Well, you got to have a doctor if you
where
want to
the majority of patients are confused poles and holes.
Yeah, listen, you got. Now, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of people out there who are nutritionists who have a lot more clout and know what they're talking about than some doctor who operates on anuses that have been used poorly throughout their life cycle.
Yeah, I really wish I could show that clip from Zach and Miri, when she's talking to him about doing the anal scene, and she's like, anal's great for when you're constipated. It really loosens you up. I like X-Lax, but okay. And then, of course, they're doing the thing, the cameraman's down below, and all of a sudden you just hear him pop out like a champagne cork, and they go all over his face.
That's terrible.
Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this shit? That bitch frosted me like I was a fucking cake.
Oh my God.
It's just hilarious. It cracks me up because Bespoke Surgical is based on the foundation of sexual wellness and its associated pillars: prevention, restoration, and reconstruction.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
All right, hang on. Restoration and reconstruction.
Prevention, I understand. Restoration and reconstruction. How is that a foundation of sexual wellness? Unless you're talking about people who have beaten their equipment within an inch of its life.
Hang on. All right. This actually happened.
Okay.
A dude was squatting somewhere between 500 and 600 pounds. Comes down. On his way back up, his whole colon shoots out of his a-hole. That is a legitimate reason to have to go to a doctor like this to get some restoration surgery. Okay? I mean, listen, bad shit happens. Okay? But the thing is, if you're using it against its design specifications, you can almost guarantee with enough time you're going to get a bad outcome.
That sounds like, a partially defective model, getting pushed beyond its limits and exploding on rear impact, so to speak. This is regular abuse
on a regular basis
of things that
shouldn't be abused.
They're not designed to do the things that are being done here. And what's hilarious is that they chose this specifically for this month.
Yeah, I know.
As if, there aren't straight couples out there who enjoy a good alcohol-related incident available upon request.
I'm not one
of course. No, neither am I. But
that's not my thing.
But I should say, things happen.
Yeah, I gotcha.
There are people out there who get off on that figuratively and literally.
Well, I mean, just look at the Urban Dictionary tortures you've been doing to me for the past fucking 2 years.
Speaking of which, guys, you need to send in some definitions for tonight to gross this man out, because I don't really have a whole lot tonight to make him puke.
Please don't do that.
I mean, I could have used the video that somebody sent us of Sid Vicious shattering his leg in WCW, but that kind of stuff just...
Well, we'll get in trouble for that on YouTube, won't we? We show people get hurt like that.
Yeah.
Now, somebody got a strike for showing bullfighting.
Yeah, that was Jeffrey Paul. Mm-hmm. That was our shredding guitarist, Jeffrey Paul. He downloaded clips from YouTube, put them in a music video on YouTube, and got a strike for violent content from YouTube. Make up your mind.
All right, so, I mean, we need to Listen, I wish they would just tell us what exactly they want from us.
But if they make the rules concrete, then they can't they can't apply them differentially.
Yeah, I know. That's what they're doing.
And speaking of which, you guys out there probably heard the news the other day that we got a strike on this channel.
Yep.
For Tuesday night stream after it was canceled because YouTube, without our knowledge or consent, reactivated the stream that was meant for new tech.
Correct.
And then they used that to levy a strike. Now, when I told them that not only was there video evidence that we ended the stream, and that obviously this is not something that happens because as an experiment, every Sunday, your member stream goes to both this channel and the archive channel. And the archive channel has never once accidentally recorded your member stream.
That's absolutely correct.
Not once. So this was done on purpose.
Like, I'll have, between 20 and 40 people on, depending upon the subject on the supporter stream. And I'll look at the number of people. I click go live, and literally it drops to like between 1 and 3 people watching.
Yeah, it seems to happen.
Yeah, listen, there's some shagnanigans going on in the background, and all we could do is bitch about it. We don't have any concrete evidence.
This is about as close to concrete as we've gotten, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you know what? I mean, we're just going to have to be a little more careful when it comes to the YouTubeage.
YouTubeage?
And we're going to have to maybe figure out some other platforms to get on as well. I need to think this through.
We got a nice list to choose from for all you out there who haven't yet started out. Started
go
up a membership.
Fucking Rumble and get a membership, you bastard.
Get out there, man. Seriously, we got Rumble, MGTOW, Odyssey, DLive.tv. RoxyTube, we're actually not using that one anymore because the streaming was unreliable. It stopped working. Twitch.tv. It's all out there, man. Check it out. What happened with the strike? We appealed it, and when I laid it out that they essentially sabotaged the channel on purpose, they withdrew the strike.
Correct.
And they even changed the original reason why it was given to us. Because originally it was medical misinformation. And then they changed it to a violation of the sex and nudity policy. So they don't even know. They just want it gone.
I
By
got
any means necessary.
And you need to forward all that stuff to Filkowski.
Grocery Goat wants to know about BitChute. We're on BitChute. BitChute does not live stream.
That's right.
They offered it last January and still haven't installed it. All these other sites that we're on didn't have it at the time. Just to let you know how I feel about BitChute right now.
Yeah, they're shitting the bed right there. They haven't quite wiped their ass to the sheets, but they're approaching the door.
What?
Oh, my Lord.
But, there's a nice butt for Pride Month. There you go. Check that out. Women. It is Thought Thursday after all.
Yeah.
Reporter melts brains by asking pro-aborts if they think my body, my choice should apply to vax mandates. This is just hysterically funny.
Well, hang on. Let's talk about this for a second.
Of course.
Okay. Now, if you're like me, I'm a logical person. I look for the rules and the laws, and I try to stay, within the two goalposts of death and go to prison. I kind of bounce between the two. But this whole double standard thing, it is getting to the point where it's quite literally you have the socialist communists. I'm not even going to call them Democrats anymore because they've totally lost any of that semblance of a. But the thing is they want all these rules for them, and then they want all of the bad rules to apply to us, and nothing crosses over.
Well, that's feminism for you in a nutshell.
Oh yeah,
is they want all of the perks, all of the money, all of the advantages, all of the power of being equal to men, but they don't want any of the responsibility or accountability for
They don't want to walk down the buffet line and be forced to take stuff they don't like dying on the job, working at a disgusting job, or maybe having to stay at your full-time job for 40 fucking hours like the dudes do.
Yeah.
All right? They don't want that. They want to
heaven forbid.
I gotta go home and see my kids. I gotta pick my kid from daycare.
If they didn't have delusional double standards, they wouldn't have any at all.
Yeah. Now listen, if I had a business and there was a woman that worked there and she did her job and she performed and she needed to get her kid every now and again, I'd look the other way. That's not a big deal. Yeah. If you are a nug in the organization and you are productive and you're making money for the company, I can look the other way for a few things.
But if you walk in there with an air of entitlement,
that's right,
that letting some loser blow one by the goalie somehow makes you special, you got another thing coming, figuratively, not literally.
Yeah, you will let me out every day at 3 o'clock, and of course you're going to have to tear down that room because I need to have a room so my baby can come in here and suck on my titties, or I can milk myself. I'm like, how
about no?
Fuck off.
Oh, this is why we do Thought Thursdays, man.
Chicks, man.
Chicks, man. Chicks. Listen to these chicks. This is hilarious. Or at least it would be if these people couldn't vote.
What's important is bodily autonomy, the same right men have always had. We just want equal rights.
Oh, okay. So a man can slip one by the goalie and just walk away without any financial repercussions?
What about the draft?
Yeah, there's that too.
Like quite literally, they go through the Social Security numbers of everyone in a certain age bracket. They throw them into a database, randomizer, whatever. They pick your fucking name and like, hey, congratulations for the next 2 fucking years. You're going to get trained, equipped, and sent to a fucking war zone. Hope you make it back. And if you don't, we don't even give enough of a fuck about you to fly your carcass home. We'll just bury you in a fucking graveyard overseas.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
Yeah, men totally have bodily autonomy. Yeah, we have the same reproductive rights As women, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that you're oppressed when the entire establishment, and this goes for the confused poles and holes as well, when the entire lame establishment, media, government, when the UN consulates in different areas around the world are flying your bullshit overcrowded flag outside of their shit, when every major corporation has got your rainbow stuff plastered on the front page of everything that you're looking at right now, you're no longer marginalized. You're privileged. Accept it and fuck off.
That's right. Well, we have the entire nation getting turned upside down for the benefit of 1/3 of 1% of the gross population.
Or if you extrapolate it to the, to all confused poles and holes, not just the Transformers, you're talking
7%,
maybe 5 to 7%.
Yeah, 5 to 7%.
And yet, that 5 to 7% is in virtually every piece of entertainment that I watch.
And it's not even, how should we say?
You're not underrepresented. You're far overrepresented.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I can't tell you how many movies that I've walked out on where you start watching the movie and there's like, a gay couple, trans people, and a bunch of shit that you don't see on a regular basis.
Yeah, and it has to be in everything now.
Yeah, it's like
otherwise it's not tolerant.
It's literally like a pop-up greeting card.
Yeah.
You open it up. And
even Lightyear, the new Toy Story movie, has a lesbian kiss in it, from what I understand.
Didn't they get rid of Tim Allen?
Yeah, they got rid of Tim Allen. Yep. And you know which countries are not going to be seeing that gay kiss? Let's see, the ones that banned it. So the Middle Eastern countries, the ones that Biden is begging to pump more oil for us, even though we could just reopen Keystone.
Yeah.
Oh, and China, of course, they completely omitted it from the film, and they admitted that it doesn't affect the plot in any way whatsoever.
Then why do we have to see it?
Exactly. Fuck you, Disney.
That's
Fuck
right.
you very much.
And you know what? I hope they're losing. What is their stock at?
I don't know.
Why don't you do a quick check? I think it's like $93 today.
94
Oh, I was off by $1.20.
Down 1.6. Down from its 52-week high of 187, so it's down by half.
Yeah, it's lost 50% of its value.
Oh yeah, good luck there, Disney. You're totally on a winning streak. If winning means losing everything.
I hope they do. I am so sick and tired of this. They have listen. They have literally ruined families and children for basically the past 20 fucking years.
Yep.
Fuck them. They need to be run out on a rail.
Mm-hmm. Kiss my grits, nooch.
Rights. The right to govern our own bodies, just like men have always had.
Nope.
It's that simple.
Do you support the right for people to not get the COVID vaccine?
It's irrelevant.
What?
What?
It's irrelevant.
Oh, totally irrelevant, yeah.
Body autonomy.
Yeah, but I thought bodily autonomy was very relevant, and it's something that men have always had, but now it's totally okay in this one instance for no one to have it.
But the thing is for a split second, you realized...
She realized that she
fucked up.
It was at that moment she knew. She fucked up.
All right.
The same topic, right? My body, my choice.
You're right. It's not irrelevant.
Yeah, but one saves lives.
Right.
But she has...
Not irrelevant.
One saves lives. You're right. The other one kills them.
All right, since we're on the
just saying,
since we're on tutelage, I'm not going to make any comments in regards.
Actually, they both do that, don't they?
Yeah.
One of them is going to be in a pandemic state, right? A state of emergency, which we all know laws change during a state of emergency.
No, they don't.
Do you agree with the state?
No.
No, they don't change.
You can suspend certain things if you declare martial law. That was never declared.
It was never declared.
So fuck off.
Laws do not change unless they're changed by the legislature.
And they refuse to do that now because, we just need a drastic power shift every time the person's, the letter after their name takes office. And it's different.
The thing, what
the fuck?
One of the main reasons why everyone's all pissed off at the police is the police are enforcing this fucking horse shit that's coming from the governments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why I say defund the police and fund the sheriffs. The sheriffs are accountable to you.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Just saying.
Statement or the principle of my body, my choice?
Yes, absolutely. Bodily autonomy is a human right. Healthcare is a human right.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
access to health care should not be something that is dictated
Stand
by
by.
the Supreme Court.
Stand by. Stop it right
It's
there.
not actually, because they legally cannot turn you away for good.
All right, so let's just dissect this for a second. All right, so say you're a medical doctor. On average, it's going to take you 12 years before you can start putting fingers in assholes or whatever you do. All right, and you're going to run up like $1 million worth of debt. All right, so the doctor's got to work to pay off this debt, but yet they want him to work for them for fucking free.
Yep.
Okay, that's called fucking slavery.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? Yeah, granted, I understand. I understand. You're sick. Shit's fucking bad. And I don't know what to tell you. But if you want to find a hospital or doctors who will work for free, by all means do that. But in the real world, where shit costs money and nothing's fucking free, suck a dick.
I'm sure she's had more than her fair share.
Well, if you suck more dicks, it'd be less abortions.
That's very true.
Just saying.
I mean, you don't have to abort your children if you swallow them. It's just rule of thumb.
You just absorb them.
During the pandemic, did you support people's right to not get the COVID vaccine?
Uh-oh. That is the face of a woman who knows that she just got caught in a double standard.
Well, the thing is a lot of women who think emotionally like her will always get outmaneuvered by the calm, rational person. And I talk about this in my book all the time.
I've had abortion debates with leftoids, and it never ends well for them, and they always wind up hating my guts.
Here we go.
Yeah, see, that's the face that she usually makes about 48 hours before she needs to get the Plan B pill.
It's a difficult conversation.
Do you support bodily autonomy in other situations? For example, the COVID vaccine mandates.
The vaccine mandates, we've been mandated to get vaccines for years and years.
Actually, no, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
No. I mean, schools can try to say that they won't let you in or whatever. All you need is a medical waiver. Boom, you're done.
Or you file a lawsuit.
There you go. People in California have been doing it for years. That's why there were outbreaks of things like measles and polio.
Oh, and
the bubonic plague.
Yeah, I was going to say Black Death.
Years and years.
So you do support, in that situation, people not having control of their bodies?
That's not having not control of your bodies.
It's exactly what it is.
What are you talking about? If somebody is injecting something into your body against your will, you don't have control.
Yeah. If you wouldn't ordinarily choose that, and it is forced upon you by, say, I don't know, threat of losing your job, being unable to participate in society, go out and get a meal, then I would call that coercion. There is not a single legal contract on this planet that would not be nullified
by coercion. But here's another thing. Say she has a boss, and he wants to put something in her body that she doesn't want put in her body. But yet he does it anyway. But it's during a pandemic, so it's okay.
No, that's totally okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Piss off.
Get the fuck out of here. I cannot believe. I mean, this is the stupidity. Oh, God, I wish I could just find where they're just producing these idiots and assholes.
What always cracks me up is when they try to justify the double standard. The first chick was just like, it's irrelevant. And all of a sudden it's like, and then the chick behind her had to chime in with something that
didn't make sense.
Didn't make any sense at all. So,
either it applies across the board or it shouldn't apply at all.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't understand.
You don't understand because you're dumb.
Well, yeah, she doesn't understand because she is. You can obviously see this is one of the people that would have narked on
Anne Frank. And apparently she left her pink pussy hat at home.
Do you think it is important for people to have medical and...
Oh, God, what is this? The Amazing Jonathan got a sex change?
It's Pat.
Oh, my Lanta.
And health control of their own body?
Yeah, it's good for them. It's good for everybody.
How is that good? How are abortions good for them and good for everybody?
All right, now, I'm going to... Okay.
Notice all the people who talk like this have been born?
Yeah?
I mean, I might be in the wrong ballpark.
That's
but
kind of, maybe. I mean, it's kind of Skewed opinion there. You were born, so you have a say. And
You're a little bit. You would think that you would be kind of geared in the other direction. Maybe you're thinking meat isn't wired correctly.
Here's another
That's all I'm
thing
saying.
here. All right, now listen. Women have 24 to 25 different forms of birth control, to include the morning after pill. Not to mention, they throw all these fits about free bleeding and this crap about tampon poor, whatever else they're bitching about.
Period poverty. We actually did a whole video on it.
So they know if the bill doesn't show up at the end of the month, something is up. And guess what? You could go right to the store and pee in a stick to find out and get the morning after pill.
Yeah.
Okay. Granted. Or better yet, you're at the discotheque. You're eating mushrooms, taking some of this crazy disco drug stuff. And you wind up getting bent over by the bar. And it's out of view of the security camera, so it's all good. And you go home, and the next morning you wake up, and you're like, what happened?
Oh, no.
I think I might have had sex. You go to the store.
It's a little
You get the
sticky
morning
down
after pill. You don't have to murder anything.
You don't even have to do that. Women for centuries drank abortifacient teas. They still make them.
Yeah.
You can drink them regularly if you are sexually active, and most of the time it'll do the trick. And unless the dude's got really strong swimmers and you're a fertile myrtle, which does happen. I actually know a friend of mine who got pregnant off a one-time accidental insertion.
Whoa.
Not even to completion. I don't even know what the hell was going on.
That was the commando sperm right there.
That was, yeah.
There's like 3 sperms on the end. Take us in, Johnny.
There's like 3 sperm just barreling in there, and then her eggs is just like fucking John. Well, I guess we gotta get them. Rope that shit
Cover
in.
me while I move. I'm almost there.
Na, 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 na.
It's like the ultimate Hail Mary pass.
It is.
Oh, my God.
Insane in the membrane.
Yeah, but
sorry.
What I'm trying to say, in today's day and age, with all the technology we have, the only thing that makes this such a horrible problem is the fact that women do not want to accept accountability for their actions.
That's really all it is. And that's why they've had to do the blame and shame thing by insisting that we have reproductive rights that we don't have and bodily autonomy that we don't have. And then, again, while the same lame establishment parrots all of their talking points, insisting that they're marginalized by this in some way, when obviously they're not. They're privileged.
Yeah. That's definitely a definition of privilege.
Yeah. And if you don't like it, then don't really care, because the truth is not an insult. Reality is not an attack. And facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. Let's move on.
All right.
Mandates?
I do support the mandates, yeah.
Isn't that mandate that people have to get the vaccine? So
All
they
right,
don't
stop
have
it
control
right here. How old do you think this individual is right here?
I don't know.
Mid-20s?
Mid-20s, yeah.
I wouldn't put him at anything higher than
more than 27, maybe.
So guess what? What you're seeing right there is a prime example of why you need to have a goddamn father in the home.
And why some mothers should just swallow.
Yeah. Like, back in the day, in the 80s and early 90s, yes, there was a lot of divorces, but there's still, were men out there who were involved in their children, and there wasn't as many divorces for the most part. We didn't have this. And this is like literally we're having men raised by women, and they're turning out to be women.
Yep. And they claim that the problem is toxic masculinity. Sorry, if that were true, the children raised by single mothers would be excelling in every area instead of, well, the only areas they excel in tend to be suicide, drug addiction, crime.
Oh, you got they're free lease at
mental
prison.
Illness. Yeah.
Yeah, they overwhelm the prison system.
Yep. 85% of the people in prison didn't have a father at home. Mass shooters.
Yeah, mass shooters, because most of them are gang members, and those historically come from broken homes.
There you go. Yeah, 80% of all gun homicides are drug-related. And guess where most of the druggies come from? You do the math.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the amazing Jonathan's disgusting doppelganger.
Their own body?
Vaccinations are good for people.
I thought he said that abortions were good for everybody. And then he's trying to justify not having bodily autonomy by saying vaccines are good for people.
All right, now
Make up your mind.
Now listen, I am not an anti-vaxxer. Okay.
No.
In the military, I got all kinds of vaccines. During the first Gulf War and then the redo, I was forced to take a FDA unapproved anthrax vaccine that came in a series of 5 painful, horrible shots.
Yeah.
And they had all kinds of side effects. In fact, when I go to the VA, they usually hand me a little piece of paper and says, you have this, this. And all of this stuff is shit that happens as a side effect of the anthrax vaccine. All right. And I was so fucking pissed because I didn't volunteer to defend this country to be its fucking guinea pig.
Yeah.
I'm already signing over my life and my immortal soul to probably an officer who's incompetent at best to make life and death decisions over me. That's part of the game.
Yep.
What's not part of the game is to show up and go, hey, thanks for volunteering. Now you're a fucking guinea pig.
But it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not surprised that this is the kind of logic we're getting from these people, because after all, they're throwing in with this same camp of people that now says women can no longer use the term the girls because that phrase belongs to Decepticons.
Yeah, Decepticon it is.
I'm sorry,
this
what?
is another thing. Like, they want us to change definition of words, rewrite a fucking whole language because trans people will get offended?
Not gonna happen.
I don't fucking care.
I've been so annoyed lately because lately there's been a lot of people saying the girls as like a term of expressing themselves. And it just irks me. The term the girls originated from the trans community because that's something that
it didn't.
Girls existed long before your surgery existed.
Well,
they used to kind of just like talk about themselves.
Women used to refer to girls as their titties.
There you go. The girls.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm totally cool with that.
Girls in the community. You could say it's like slang within the community, but yet again, just like a lot of things of LGBTQ culture, like voguing, it's got sissified. Yeah, that's not a word, but I made it a word. I understand the girls is a very simple term that people would resonate with, but at the same time, like, us trans people had one thing, and you guys have to take it. You see that tear? I'm crying.
What? Yeah, they didn't take anything from you. No.
Now listen.
Like I said, when the entire lame establishment is parroting your bullshit, you're not marginalized, you're privileged. Kiss my ass.
And then they're trying to guilt straight men to date these confused poles with holes individuals. All right, they're trying to blame and shame men to dating these women who are gravitationally challenged, who suffer from a bad case of Tourette's of the elbow that seems to always throw food into their faces 24/7, 365. And they're not willing to walk anywhere because we have the battery-powered scooters in front of Walmart.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the word girls was in the very first iteration of the dictionary. So trying to appropriate this for your community,
yep,
it's pathetic.
And we're going to be talking about this more in depth when we go to Alt Tech.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And you're gonna cry over it. You're gonna you can't take everything from us. Way piss off.
Listen, the women of this country they're gonna have to fight back against these cancerous feminists out there who brought this trans curse into the limelight.
And ladies, you really do have to pick a side. You cannot side with the effinists, and be an ally for the confused poles and holes community, because one is coming for the other.
That's right.
And unfortunately, the phlebotomist rhetoric is what allowed this to take hold in the first place, because it was the initial foothold of Marxism within our culture that gathered any political steam.
Yes, it was. and
Pathetic.
As feminism has gone along through the different generations, you can quite literally see how they have modified their verbiage in their mission statement to quite literally be a rewritten, reconditioned version of the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah.
Oppressor, oppressee, us versus them. They're doing it for BLM. They're doing it for the trans community. I mean, it's Antifa. It's absolutely insane.
Yep. Redonkulas. All right, we're going to do a quick roll call here.
Let me write this down here.
Write this shit down, man.
Bring that titty over here. Yeah.
We got 73 watching us on Twitch. D-Live sitting at 50. Odyssey's got 83. MGTOW.TV's got 33. And let's see. Rumble 555. And YouTube 755. Difference of only 200. Yeah, we got some chats over here.
We got the Rumble, got the triple nickel.
Yes. Dark Mad Dog 21 says, parasites reproduce via butt sex. Just ask the rimmers who get worms. And confused poles and holes can be cured with anti-parasitics. Just ask Russia and others. Oh, you mean the horse dewormer that shall not be named? That apparently is bad?
Yeah.
Even though it won a Nobel Prize?
And it actually works?
Yes. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so I'm getting a YouTube link here from Braco69. It says, and this is allowed. Mother fornicator.
What is it?
It's a YouTube link. I have to copy it. Hopefully it'll transfer over here. Yep. What is this here? Let's check it out.
Oh, no.
This is allowed. Walls fall out. Oh, this is an age-restricted video.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So
we can't play it.
That's going to have to wait for new tech, just because YouTube is all about the differential enforcement.
Yeah, we can't show that. No. Sorry.
Aflon says, took my kid to a B-Day party, tried to buy a card, and Hallmark went full woke degenerate. On 2, had a normal PG rating.
Listen, if the average American don't support this stuff, don't reward it with your money.
Absolutely not.
Don't go see these movies. Don't listen to or watch the fucking videos with women wearing dongs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you hear that, Christina Aguilera?
Quite literally, you just quit paying attention to them. They die on the vine.
Did you hear about that stupid performance that she did? She went out there with like a big old, fake wang on. She censored the photos for her social media, but
it was totally cool.
The kids are welcome. Yeah.
Thus, she brought the strip club.
Dark Mad Dog says, hey, Pop, if Democrats have Nazi iconography as actual stuff for elections, does that mean Nazis are back as Democrats? Bro, they never left.
Well, let's see. When you actually look at Nazism at its base, they become dictators, and they want to have a small minority control everything. Yep. It's human nature, and they did it in communism. Hell, they're doing it here with capitalism.
Yep.
Because when the shit gets too big, you always wind up with the people at the top who think they're entitled to more power, more money, and you're not.
Yep.
And quite frankly, like in China, I think that their communist leadership is one guy, and he's got like 4 or 5 advisors.
Yep.
Running the entire 3.5 billion population country. Yeah, it's insane.
Oh, boy. All right, with that being said, we're going to do a quick sponsor shout-out here to tonight's book, Men's Guide to High Conflict Divorce. Self-deletion rates among men skyrocket after a divorce, but 2 for the price of 1. Why? Have you seen the quality of female that's running around out there? Thomas Fitzgerald's Men's Guide to High Conflict Divorce is a good way to remind yourself that a permanent solution to a temporary problem is never the answer. Available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle right now. There's a link in the Meat Gazer box, so click it.
Now, the average dress size in America is now, 18?
Yes.
All right, gentlemen, let's just be honest here. Let's put it all up on Front Street. Why in the fuck would you even consider risking your retirement, your house, your car, half your money, half your shit, be made homeless, all for a woman with a bigger waist than you?
It's a very good question.
And wants a traditional man, but shows up demanding said traditional man from the 5-story dick stacking platform that she's standing on now.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And depending on the country or state where you're living, you don't even have to marry them for them to get access to your resources. You want to see this? I got something for you.
What?
Alimony for your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, my God.
In Canada, having a girlfriend for some time is enough to make you automatically a married couple by law. Citizen and Immigration Canada states that a common law partner refers to a person who's living in a conjugal relationship for only 1 year.
Wow.
A conjugal relationship is established when the partners cohabitate or support each other financially and emotionally or present themselves in public as a couple. Yeah, can't possibly think of any way in which that could be abused in court.
Yeah, wow.
Common law couples have the same rights as married couples under federal law, from spousal support and alimony to 50-50 split of assets. The law does not require both parties to give informed consent.
All right, now, a way around that, Canada, crypto. Move your money into crypto, and then you could do all kinds of stuff with it.
Yes.
Yeah, granted, the market's getting hammered right now, but
every market is getting hammered right now. Joe Biden has successfully managed to turn the stock market into the Chinese flag.
Well,
it's all in the red.
Well, I talked about this in one of what 2 layer episodes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I covered this already. We shut down the entire world for 2 years, but somehow, magically, our stock market was still an upward trend.
Yep.
And lo and behold, here we are at the top of the roller coaster, and now we have that huge fall because it was artificially propped up.
Yep. And, well, I mean, during the first year of the scamdemic, all of Trump's deregulations on the market were still in place, which is why most of the damage from the initial lockdowns were reabsorbed within like a 6 to 9 month period. Then Biden gets in office, re-regulates the ever-loving shit out of everything because apparently Congress can't be bothered to legislate anything anymore, and it all has to be easily overturned executive orders now.
Yeah.
This is what you get. And unfortunately, this is also what you get.
Oh, my God.
This is terrible.
He needs his car, man.
My teen son signed me up for OnlyFans so he could get more pocket money, and he's fully supportive of my career.
Of course he is, because you're going to be buying his car, giving him money. Oh, this is just disgusting.
The thing is, he's probably already got a car. The dude's 19.
Well, could be.
He just wanted a little extra pocket money.
Well, first of all...
Dude, your friends have seen your mom's butthole. You're selling $3 tickets to your mom's butthole. So you can what?
All right, now, first of all,
God.
At 19 years old, you should not be receiving money from your parents. You should make your own fucking money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Or go in the fucking military or get a goddamn job. Figure it the fuck out.
This whole becoming an adult thing later and later in life. I mean, there are people out there who do have a solid point when they say that we're attempting to prolong adolescence as long as possible.
Until you're 30.
I can agree with that. It's getting a little fucking ridiculous.
Now listen,
like the best thing that your parents can do for you is kick your ass out when you're 18 and tell you to figure it out.
Well, 30 years old that used to be the threshold for being like a fully fledged adult in our world.
Yeah. Now you got people who are living with their parents past that.
Yeah, by 30, I mean, you have law degrees, you have guys who own businesses, you got guys who make millions of dollars. Some of them might even be doctors.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, other extenuating circumstances.
I got it.
No, of course, yeah. Not everybody's. There's no catch-all for everything.
But you know,
like, my dad passed away when I was 20.
Yeah.
And my mom was. I'm not going to leave her alone.
Yeah,
there
no.
Fucking go under. She's my mom, so I stayed and I helped.
No, that's cool. I got it. And listen, and another, like, on the flip side to this, because I want to condemn all these people. Most of them are young boys. But there's really nothing to look forward to anymore for these young men.
No.
They're not getting married. All right. The women are so goddamn picky that you're probably not going to have a girlfriend for a longer than healthy time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I could just imagine Leonardo Hathaway. That's this dude. And by the way, definitely single mom because their last names don't match. Leonardo Hathaway and Lucine Duarte.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely single mom. Can you imagine him trying to get a girlfriend with this shit going on?
That's going to be hard to explain.
So what does your mom do? Well, actually, he's proud of it. Well, she's got an OnlyFans, and I take the pictures for a little extra pocket money.
I pimp her out for pocket money.
I take her to Victoria's Secret, and I help her try on the stuff. And wait, come back, honey. I thought she was different. She loves me. She just don't know it yet.
No, they don't love you. They don't love you, man.
They love what you can do for them.
Yeah.
They love you only if. Oh God! Huh? Why are they taking photos like this?
Yeah, that's not good.
I mean, she's Latin, so I know that she's on your list, Pop, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good picture.
Yeah, this is some Oedipal shit right here.
Well, the thing is like her upstairs oversized girls.
She's in Playboy?
No, those are some big cans.
Yes, she has previously posed in Playboy.
Those are some big cans.
She won the Miss Bum Bum World Contest in 2019 for Playboy Portugal.
Okay.
I mean, whatever is good for you, but...
How old is she?
She's
in her late 30s?
Let's see here. It actually does not say her age.
All right, so he's 19.
Yes.
So let's just say she had him when she was 18.
Yes. So we're talking bare minimum 37.
37. If she had him younger than that, at 35. Best case scenario, she's 35. She is like right in the middle of hitting the wall because that woman has pulled the pin on the fat grenade, and there is no more Playboy contracts for a woman like that.
No.
Maybe Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, it's quite possible because Sports Illustrated is going full woke, and they're going to go full broke.
Well, I won't do it. When is the last time I actually bought a Sports Illustrated?
Ugh.
I think it was like 27 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm
just like, where does that fall on the realm of deadly sins? Pimping your own mom.
That's pretty bad.
That's really bad. That's up there.
Yeah, you pimping out your mother?
Shit, man, he's going to arrive in hell, and Satan's going to be like, dude.
High five, bro. Give me a fist bump.
Legendary.
He's going to show up there, walk through the door, and he's a legend. I love it.
We're still going to torture the ever-loving shit out of you, just so you know. But we'll give you a 48-hour reprieve to hang out over here with Hitler. Come on.
Yeah. Listen, but sooner or later we're going to speed bag your balls on a permanent basis, and while that's going on, you're smoking turds. So
yes, smoking turds. I bet that's on the bottom feeder menu.
Well,
hey, what are you going to do? But, hey, I mean, what do I know? Speaking of legendary, though, this next one, this is an older article, but this got sent to me by a buddy of mine. He had no clue that I was going to use this on the show.
What date is this?
This is from January 2021. Somehow this one slipped right by us. And this is right in our wheelhouse, so I'm not sure how we didn't hear about this until now. But it's too funny not to share. Jealous wife stabs her husband multiple times after finding pictures of him having sex with another woman, not realizing the images were of her taken years earlier.
How fucking fat do you have to get before you no longer recognize yourself when you're thin?
Yeah. That's a very good question. This happened in Mexico.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not that you have any experience with this sort of thing or anything, you know.
Well, you know,
it's never happened to you, right?
I never went back to ask why I was chased with a bat full of nails.
The woman was identified by police as Leonora R., arrested last week or the last year in the municipality of Cajeme in Mexico following a domestic disturbance call. Police said she stabbed her husband, Juan N., multiple times after finding images on his cell phone that showed him doing it with another woman. The pictures in question were actually images of the two of them from when they were younger and still only dating. Juan told police he had recently found the images in an old email and saved them. He was stabbed multiple times in the attack, but is expected to survive. Leonore remains in custody with charges still pending.
Yeah, listen, you need to auto-divorce that. That's not even up for debate.
No, that's one thing. Like, you don't go back and try to figure that out. I mean,
no. Listen, all right. Let's put all the stabbing aside. All right. The mere fact that she's so heavy, she doesn't remember what she looks like when she was younger. That woman doesn't respect you.
Yep.
And she has pulled the pin on the fat grenade and doesn't give two fucks.
Yep.
Doesn't give a damn or a shit.
I mean, if she's that nasty. I mean, and if these were sent in email, obviously these pictures have got to be from within the last 10, 20 years. So
we'll cut it, say 15.
Yeah, we'll say about 15 years. So like say 2007 era.
Yeah.
You know, if they were smartphone era, we're talking 2008 forward, so the last, 13, 14 years. So you notice there's no pictures of these people in the article.
Yeah, no.
No mug shots of Leonora. It's
not even their full last name. It's just
I would love to see.
Initial.
I would love to see the side-by-side comparison.
Listen. I'll tell you right now. A lot of Latino women, they grow horizontally after 25.
Yes.
Rapidly and permanently.
Oh, like, man, all these Hollywood actresses who hit the wall. I mean, you want to see some hilarious before and after shit. Like,
before and oh shit!
I mean, just without makeup, some of these women are horrendous.
What happened to her eyes, bro?
Lack of sleep, lack of makeup.
I don't know. Maybe they're bruised from the ball bag smashing her in the face.
No, that's actually she doesn't look too bad.
This one?
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar. She definitely looks older, but that's not.
But she's got the guitar string neck.
Oh, J-Lo without makeup. You see why? We call it war paint?
That's right. That's some catfishing shit right there.
I think the worst one of all time, though, has to go to Kathleen Turner. Or actually, no, Meg Ryan is pretty.
Oh my God!
Oh, Meg Ryan.
How old is she now?
She's got to be in her 50s or 60s now. She's got to be in her 60s.
Yeah, she's probably.
Because she was in her early 30s when she did When Harry Met Sally.
Wow.
Ooh. Yowza.
Is she married or is she divorced?
Don't know. Don't go. All these bitches have the same story. You know that. Meth and dicks.
Yeah, meth and dicks.
It's always meth and dicks.
Same story. It's either meth and dicks or meth or dicks.
Oh, man. You want to read some of these dating profiles before we jump over to new tech? I love reading the dating profiles for
let's
these
do
guys. These are awful. They are truly awful. Here's a great one here. This is Shirley Bell.
Now, before we get into it, just show the picture.
Well, you don't even, this is all that was in the screen cap, and you can tell this woman's pushing 200 or if not.
No. She's $3
That leg. Well, actually, her leg isn't chunky enough.
No.
She doesn't have the residual clumps.
Oh, okay. You're talking to a retired hog slayer here. I know what I'm telling you when I look at this. Don't second guess me on this.
All right.
She's north of 250 somewhere.
I yield the floor. But this is the best part. is the text.
Oh, here we go.
Charlie Rell, 33. Independent, strong, and I take no BS. So we already know this woman's insufferable. Because if you have to say you're independent and strong, you're not. However, I'm open for anything because I'm a hopeless romantic. I love the color pink, shopping, and crafting. I also love basketball. I like going out and doing things. I have 3 boys and 3 different baby daddies.
Thus the romantic.
Yes.
Hopeless romantic.
Loyalty and consistency is very important to me, and anything less than that is unacceptable and will not be tolerated. I also strongly dislike liars and deadbeats.
Kind of like the 3 guys who aren't paying child support now?
The 3 guys who came in you?
Yeah.
You spelled I let losers come in me wrong.
But
But
this is what we have going on here. I mean, this mental delusion for these women has come all the way down to the point where you have women with 3 kids by 3 different men who is somewhere between 250 and 300 pounds.
Ugh.
Spouting this bullshit on a dating profile.
And they feel entitled to their standards.
Yeah, listen,
once you take the vacancy sign off your uterus, honey, you don't get to have standards anymore.
That's pretty much correct.
You can have basic civility, and that's really the best you can hope for, because you're clearly a serial bad decision maker.
Clearly. Well, she's a hopeless romantic.
A hopeless romantic.
And that is the excuse for the serial bad decision making.
Oh, we got another one here. This one comes from Dick Talk. Might as well call it that anyway. I will always hate how widely accepted it is for men to be less of. Oh, wow. The projection here is on full display. They can underdress, be unattractive, grow old, be negligent fathers, put no effort forth, not take responsibility, aren't constantly ridiculed for the things they like, and it'll still be okay, while women's worth will always be weighed by our attractiveness, effort, and obedience. Is there a single thing that she said there that was correct?
Not really.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, do you see men going to Walmart in our pajamas?
Well, most dudes we're so easy to get along with.
Yeah.
Like, and what's for dinner? Is there dinner? Fine. You just check the block. It doesn't go into any details.
And we also know what to sweat and what not.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, this is one of my favorite mantras, and I've done it plenty of times. Fuck it.
Yes.
The bird's on fire, 20,000 feet. Everyone's flipping out, pops in his seat. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yelling out, hey, don't worry about it. You won't even feel it. Oh, God. I was very unhappy. They were very unhappy when I did.
Well, of course they were. That's the name of the game, man. What really cracks me up, the part, I love this, they can be unattractive. First of all, men don't grow old. Women grow old. We grow distinguished. That's a women's saying, not ours. But check this out. Men can be unattractive. Your own delusional bullshit proves you wrong.
And this is from OK
This is
Stupid.
from OK Stupid.
Uh-huh.
Women rating men from most to least attractive. There are no 10s.
There are no 10s. Wow.
Okay, if you want to know who the more shallow sex is,
there it is.
Go to the source. And this is women when they didn't think they were being watched.
So the top 18% are minuscule numbers compared to everyone else.
Yep. Now, when men rate women, it's exactly what you would expect. It looks like a bell curve.
Correct.
Because there's a whole lot of people in the middle who are average, and there's very few who are super ugly or super hot.
Because men use logic and reason, and that tends to be a lot more fair than emotions.
You would think. Well, we know it's true.
Well, hey, look, we'll drink up a 4 to a 6 or maybe even a 7 if you throw a hard liquor in there and take her home.
That's hilarious. I'm like, women like this, obviously, because she's, well, you can kind of tell, even though she's got the war paint on and everything, she's on the thinner side. She has an actual jaw, you know.
She's in her mid-20s.
Yeah. So she is going after the 8s, 9s, and 10s, who, to them, women like her are a dime a dozen. Or they're like a single serving, cup of cream on the flight. You use it once and you throw it away.
A woman in her mid-20s, unless she's walking around as a 10, there's like, so what? Most guys are like, okay.
And even if you're a 10 in looks, you're still only good for one thing. If you need to have cool points, you need to have the 5 Fs. You need to be fit, feminine, friendly, fertile, and faithful. If you are not those 5 things, it doesn't matter how hot you are.
And guess we actually use the dick stacking test as a measure if you will remain faithful to us moving into the future.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I mean, we make predictions on past performance.
Mm-hmm. And that's why they always fall back on, well, the past is the past. Yeah, says the people who hold all whites accountable for slavery that happened 200 years ago. Smurf
It's over 200 years ago.
I know.
And I believe it was only Christian nations that put a stop to it at the cost of, like, was it 600,000 dead just in this country alone?
Yeah. It's quite spectacular.
Spectacular.
This one right here, actually, I should have used this one during the OnlyFans article. It's so funny. My ex paid for my OnlyFans, violated the terms of use by taking screenshots and printing things out, and brought it into court to show everybody. The anxiety I have is where are the copies, and who all is he showing them to, and compromising my privacy.
All right, hang on. Well, all right. Does this woman know of the term the internet is forever?
Apparently she missed that memo.
And you're on OnlyFans. There are sites out there that rob the content from OnlyFans or whatever.
OnlyFans, whatever they are.
And then put your name on it and your information, and they put it up on, on the dark web or some other servers where anyone can get at that shit.
Dark web.
Yeah, dark web.
I'm sorry. If you don't want this stuff,
don't do it.
Showing up later and biting you in the ass, stop selling tickets to said ass to the lowest bidder.
Who is that Muslim porn woman?
Mia Khalifa. Yeah, she's got the same damn problem.
She just got divorced because her husband doesn't want anything to do with the fact that she was in porn.
Well, I mean, you look at her and Lana Rhoades are in the same pity party buzz. Well, I didn't really know what I was getting into, but now I'm an entrepreneur. I can make my living without porn. Oh, really? How are you making your living now, girls? OnlyFans. Space Ghost is on.
There we go. What, are you running a channel where you're showing us your bleached butthole and then your unbleached butthole?
Wasn't Lana Rhoades the one who ate the bucket of shit or something like that?
I have no idea. I don't want to know.
Went to full 2 girls, 1 cup or something, and then tried to complain about it afterwards.
Well, I know
like she's not an adult who signs contracts.
Well, there's some women out there who actually fly out to Saudi Arabia, and those twisted motherfuckers do whatever the fuck they want without drawing blood.
Of course.
Pay them an insane amount of money, and then send them back here to the States, and they're cool with that.
Oh, yeah, because at the end of the day, they think that they're never going to be judged for things that they did for money. Because sex work is real work, right?
Listen,
So pay your taxes.
Listen, if you are out on the dating market, you come across a woman that used to be a stripper or worked in a strip club, but I only serve drinks. You need to immediately push yourself away from the table, excuse yourself to the men's room, and then you need to run the fuck out of there, block her number, and never go back.
That's kind of what I did when I found out that Angela was an Ornpay queen.
Oh, my God.
And she was into the really nasty stuff, like the slapping, biting, fish hooking. Like her ass would, be pale and creamy at the beginning of the video, and by the end of it would look like a prolapsed strawberry.
Yeah. And look, I mean,
they're going like dazed and confused on her ass.
I've known probably half a dozen strippers, and they seemed like cool girls, and they were nice. But guess what?
I don't care if you're paying your way through medical school.
I'm not getting involved in that.
Tell it to your patients.
That's right.
Because mine is wearing thin.
Listen, you want to shake your ass from 18 to 28, Get ready for a lifelong disappointment, and 40 to 80 is a long fucking time.
It's called consequences.
Yeah.
And we all know where it leads.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop!
I had to do the damn dance every time.
Here's another delusional female. This one actually got some comeuppance. This you could file this one under the heading of so the comments aren't going the way you thought, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yesterday, a creep told me that he loved my long hair, so today I cut it.
I love your neck. And to be fair,
now listen,
she's not a bad-looking chick, even though she's got a 5 head.
Well, the thing is, at least to my eye, I like the longer hair.
Yes.
When they bob their hair that short, it just doesn't do it for me.
See, now that one isn't too bad to me. It's when they get the I don't give a fuck haircut. And you see moms who have multiple girls do this all the time. Chin length cut with bangs.
The bowl cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen quite a few of those. And usually the girls sporting those are frumpy at best.
Very frumpy.
Frumpy.
That's why I call it the I don't give a shit cut. Because that's exactly what it says to me. I'm like, all right, well, you're
or
done.
They show up with unnatural colored hair.
Yeah. Or they have like your haircut. Like your mom has your haircut.
Yeah. And there's a reason why my mother is.
I mean, she's beyond the dating pool, but just.
Are you kidding me?
Well, you're not going to encourage her to join OnlyFans?
No.
You could get some extra pocket money, Bob.
No, my mother has been single since I was
forever
13. Long time.
That is a very long time. When
And
you say 40 to 80 is a long time, you mean it.
I mean it. And the big thing, her downfall is she's uber liberal and a feminist.
Yep. And any dude worth his salt is not going to write a check against either.
Well, and then she divorced with 2 or 3 kids, something like that. I have a half brother, but he left when I was 10.
Ah.
I mean, and can you imagine that? Like back in the day, if you were a divorced woman with kids, men didn't mess with you.
You're done. Yeah.
And it's still applicable today, but now they're blaming and guilting.
Yeah. A man who won't date a woman with kids isn't a real man.
Yeah.
Piss off.
Yeah,
no amount of blame and shame is going to force a dude worth his salt into the position of paying for your unsanctioned ejaculations. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and here's another thing is I've had since I started doing this, I've probably had dozens and dozens of arguments with feminists and women and like traditional women, but seem to like
and they're all the same.
All the same. And on those rare occasions where they go, well, a real man would do this, without missing a beat, I'm like, bitch, I've been to 3 fucking wars and I jumped into combat. That's about as manly as it fucking gets. So shut the fuck up.
It's hilarious. It's like that video that's been making the rounds now of Matt Walsh talking to this, confused poles and hole individual. And saying like, well, if you're not a woman, you don't have the right to say what a woman is. It's like, all right, I'm not a cat. Can you tell me what a cat is? Like, this was a mistake and I clearly shouldn't have engaged you.
Because I don't know what the fuck. You ask a simple question.
Adult,
if they don't have an answer.
Adult, human, female. Is it really that hard to define what a woman is?
But somehow we're falling right back onto they want feelings to equal reality.
Magical thinking. It doesn't work that way.
Listen, man, you can go right to Never Never Land and snort all the fairy dust you want.
Yep.
It's not going to make your feelings fucking real.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
When a woman says you're not a real man, they've lost the argument.
Yeah. If you feel like you can fly and you want to jump off of a high object, by all means, go ahead and give it a go. Yep. But I'm telling you right now that gravity doesn't give a shit about your feelings.
Yeah.
And you will get teed up for your harsh argument with physics in 3 to 8 seconds, maybe 30, depending upon how high up you want to go.
And it doesn't really matter how many times you listen to that R. Kelly song, especially not anymore.
Yep.
Just saying. Because he and the confused poles and holes community apparently have similar predilections that tend to get them in trouble.
You think?
I'm gonna pee on you.
Yeah. And they're straight up grooming the kids.
Yes, they are. But you can't call it that because that's a conspiracy.
I will call it what it is.
Exactly.
It is fucking grooming.
Yep.
All right. Now, if I want to groom a kid, if I was going to do something like that, I would take him to a strip club. But since you can't do that, that's illegal. I'll just bring the strip club to where the kids are.
Yeah. And apparently in New York, they will steal $400,000 plus in tax dollars to pay for it, with or without your knowledge or consent.
Yeah. Now, listen, if I want to watch something like that, I'll go to Vegas. They have like shows where drag queens dance around. They look like real women. I don't, as long as I don't know what it is,
yeah,
I don't care. If they're like,
hey,
if they're like, hey, let's go watch the
want to
drag
pull
show.
a crying game on you, that's no
and I'll
fun.
be like, what did you say? Oh no, they just look like real men, but they're not women. They're men, but they look like women.
Pop, women don't have Adam's apples. What?
I'll be like, yeah. Well, you could go watch it. I'm going to the buffet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me bottomless crab legs. and drown my sorrows.
Oh, that requires one of these.
That's exactly what I would do, though, man. I'd be like, no, go ahead. Watch it all you want. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm going to go to
Go over here. Bottomless king dongs.
Crab legs.
2 for 1 special.
Oh, my God.
Back to Tinder.
All right.
Tell me why, as I was swiping on Tinder, I saw my boyfriend. Can men be loyal? Stop asking me what I was doing on Twitter, too. That's not the point.
It is the point, actually.
That's what you call a spectacular self-own right there.
Like women. Oh, my God.
Oh, these chicks. Oh, and there's an even better one right here. You'll love this.
Oh.
Guys, my friend got banned from Tinder because she showed up to dates without makeup and the dudes kept reporting her as a catfish.
Now, have you seen some of these women?
Yes.
Oh, listen, I did the video called The One Tit Wonder a couple years back.
Oh, yeah, we did one video, too, where we had a whole bunch of before and after makeup videos, and some of them were just, wow.
But the thing is I could not tell this woman had one titty.
Yeah, they got the little, like, bouncy jelly water, whatever the hell
I couldn't tell, and it caught me by surprise. That is egregious.
Oh.
That's an awkward
sounded
moment.
like somebody dropped a rump roast behind the butcher counter. What the hell's going on?
Oh, my God. That's such a horrible
Was it
day.
dark when that happened and you like ran for the lights? Oh, my God!
Oh. It's hard to explain. I mean, it was such an awkward moment.
It's like I could imagine that happening in the dark. You hear something that big and meaty hit the ground, and you're like, "Please don't let it be a dick. Please don't let it be a dick." What's wrong? I'm deciding if this is better or worse than a dick.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that was some serious catfishing right there. I mean, listen, if something like that's going on, just say, "Hey, look, this is the deal." I'd be like, "Okay, I'll make a decision." All right, and like if you're missing a leg and I can't tell because you got like a bionic looking leg,
we can rebuild you. We have
just
the technology.
I mean that wouldn't be as big of a problem, But
yeah,
I'm just saying, just tell a dude, just tell him, like I'm missing a leg. Okay, I can work with that.
I can work with that.
Yeah.
But all-American booty with a nice 9mm in there for good measure. It's good stuff.
Hang on. That's a Beretta.
Yep. It is 9:18, and we got some more effed up but funny videos for you and some new tech topics coming along the way, so we're going to take a break so Pop can go drain his squirrel bladder. For those of you who are not in the know, I won't be here next week because I've got to teach some kids. So
plus, you work your ass off.
Yeah, we're doing like the summer schooling thing here, and I'm working my ass off, so I'm taking a break just for the week, but there will be regular content. Pop is still going to be streaming. I'm still going to be helping out.
So. Yeah, you can expect him to take 1 week off a quarter. Which it's like
just to recharge my thinking meat.
Yeah, and you know what? You fucking deserve it, bro. You work your fucking
I get
balls
1
off.
day off a week if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So
You got no pushback from me, brother.
All right. So we're going to go drain the squirrel bladders and look for those links where you can follow us after the jump to new tech in the chat on YouTube. We will see you in 5.